Guys, it's your boy AD back with another video. 930 gonna be doing life Naruto was in contact with the Otsutsuki clan part 8. So yeah. Anyways, get to 50 like for next part, and yeah, I don't know if this video is coming out tomorrow, which is gonna be like Tuesday, no, Wednesday, my bad. Or after tomorrow, which is gonna be like Thursday obviously. But yeah, if it comes out tomorrow, then good. But like if it doesn't, then I'm sorry for not uploading. It's because I kind of had a testing today. Gonna have testing for like 2 more days or something. So I couldn't really write scripts that much. So yeah, sorry about that, but couldn't really help it too much. So yeah. Anyways, let me know what you guys thought of this one, and also I posted a poll earlier saying if you guys would want to see what if Naruto was Rimur's reincarnation, and in that what if I will be doing it, but like I'll probably do it too next week actually, hopefully, but I don't know if I'm gonna focus on it yet. I'm just gonna open the first part so you guys can see if you actually like it. But yeah, that what if is gonna be he's gonna be like kind of like Toby in a way, to where he's like more joking around, but he's gonna be neglected as well. So he's not gonna be always joking around, which is where basically due to his neglection, he's gonna be taking his demon lord war a little bit more seriously. You know how Wimmer was a demon lord before, yeah. He's gonna have that as well, but like when he was his friend and everything, he's gonna be pretty much normal Wemo / Toby. So yeah. Anyways, hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. But yeah, I'll try to come out with that as soon as possible, and after I'm done with this series, by the way, I'll probably do Wife Naruto was the evil mastermind, because I have really big plan for that. But if I don't do that, I'll probably do Bond or Wimmo. So yeah. Anyways, for further ado, let's just get the real story. Yeah, that was actually one of my longest intros, I think. But yeah, anyways, before I actually start, I just want to say sorry for any background noise, or if anybody comes to my room and you like hear their voice for a second before I cut out the video. Just sorry about that. But yeah, I'll try my best so it doesn't happen. But yeah, anyways, we started off with Minato Namikaze as he was looking at the Hinley Village Council, as Kushina was also there due to her being the clan head of the Uzumaki clan, and Tsunade Senju as the heir of the Senju clan, and Jiraiya due to his title of Sanin, and basically being Tsunade's wife. Shit, what have I just said? Oh my gosh. Due to him being Tsunade's husband. Shit. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. Bullshit. Damn it. Anyways, as basically there was something wrong with the council though. The new head of the Hyuga clan, being Hinata Hyuga, she was wearing a gray kimono like all the previous clan head, the Hyuga clan, but she was way too young to be basically a clan head. As holy shit, what the hell? As basically, sorry about that. Anyways, as basically Kiba's mom, which I think it was Suma Uzuka or something. I don't know his mom's name. She's kind of irrelevant as far as I'm concerned, but yeah. Anyways, as Kiba's mom will basically say, before we start this meeting, I would like to know why is this kid here, as she's not on my level. I'm alpha female and she's just a brat. As Hinata would basically look at her But something was wrong with her eyes, as they were basically so cold and lifeless. They looked like doll eyes, as she would basically say, in an emotionless voice, I killed the previous clan head of the Hyuga clan, so I am basically now the current clan head of the Hyuga clan. As we go on the flashback to after the fight, as basically we see Hinata laying down. When I say fight, I mean like freaking the attack. So yeah, as you see Hinata laying down, as she basically was suddenly like she would hear a voice, as she would look around confused, seeing that no one was there. She would close her eyes, thinking that it was just in her head, like imagination. As she would basically then open them again, seeing that she was somewhere dark and empty. This was the realm of limbo, as she would basically see a man with pale white skin, horns, and not two white robes, in a white robe, basically covering his body. As the man would basically walk up to her, as he would basically say, "I will give you my power and knowledge, but in return, I will take over. I will take over and control your body when I need to, and you will do as I said when you are in control." As before she could basically answer or say anything, the man would basically enter her body, as a mark would appear on her neck, as this would be the karma seal of Hamura Otsutsuki, the evil, jealous brother of the evil and jealous son of Kaguya Otsutsuki, the goddess of not old chakra, but an earth chakra. I don't know, but yeah, basically goddess of chakra, because it's a better title. As Hama will take over her body, making her unlock the Tensegon and all of its powers, but not like actually all of it, because like, he had a lot of Genkais, but she doesn't, because this has to be her blood, not just, yeah, you know what I mean. The only one she can get is Tensegon, because that was the only one she was had somewhat related to. Anyways, but she has like a lot of chakra though and stuff like that, and like healing abilities and all that stuff. As then she will basically walk into a room to find Neji sparring with Hiyashi. Oh yeah, and this is gonna be kind of confusing because I'm gonna be saying she because Hamura, even though when Hamura is controlling him, I'm gonna sometimes call her she because it's Hinata's body and that's a female. But I'm also gonna be calling it he because Hamura is a guy controlling girl's body. So I'm just gonna be saying both gender randomly. So, but like, yeah, I'm just gonna be saying a random gender. So like, sometimes I say she, sometimes I say he. But yeah, as he would take over her body and everything. As then she would walk into a room to find Neji sparring with Hiyashi. As she would basically walk up to Hiyashi, who would basically look at her and was confused to why her eyes look so lifeless. As then she would basically say, "I challenge you to a match for clan head." In an emotionless tone, as Hiyashi and Neji would be shocked, as he would basically say, "Hinata, what are you doing? You know that the match is for the clan head all to the death, and I don't want to kill you." As Hinata would basically say, "Sorry, but she's not here currently. You are speaking to Hamura Otsutsuki, the creator of the Hyuga clan and the son of the goddess of chakra, Kaguya Otsutsuki," making Hiyashi's eyes go wide and take a step back, as you would basically say, "It can't be. You know, how do you know that name? Only myself and the Hokage-sama knows of the name Hamura," basically. As Hinata / Hamura basically say, "That's because it belongs to me. Now it's time to basically for you to die." As basically it's time for you to die and for me to start my plan. As she would basically activate her Tensegon and then proceed to beat him to death, basically, literally. As she would basically smirk and say, "Well, this sketch burst is going to be rather useful," while holding a single hand sign, making Neji scream in pain. as we would basically see a smirk on her face, or his face, whatever, or evil smirk on its face at this point. But yeah, anyways, in the flashback, as Minato would basically say, so what happened to Hinata? As Hamura would basically say, uh, Hamura in Hinata's body would basically say she's fine and can come back at any point that I let her. So don't worry as about her, as the people in the room would narrow their eyes at him, but sigh as basically and they couldn't really do that much, so they would just nod. So yeah, saying just don't do anything to harm her or get her into trouble, as she'll basically nod back, as then they'll basically say, so what are we to do of Naoto Otsutsuki and his friends, as Hamura would basically think to himself, so this is your new vessel, Hagomo, and your sons, with a mental smirk, thinking that no, actually no, just Hagomo. He doesn't even know that. Well, actually, did he know he had sons? I can't remember. For now, I'm gonna say he knows, but let me know actually if you actually Hamura actually knew that Hagomo had sons. I can't really remember that well, to be honest. I think he should, but like in this, I don't know. But yeah, let me know if you guys if he knew. But yeah. Anyways, for now I'm gonna be saying he did. So he's gonna say so this is where basically freaking hell. Yeah, this is where this is your new vessel, Hagomo, and your sons, with a mental smirk, thinking that it would have been harder to basically find him, as they will basically then explain about the red eyes that they basically saw and all of that, and how they basically had horns and really pale skin and all that shit. So yeah, as they would explain to them, as Hamura would explain to them who those features belong to, basically Tsukis, but doesn't know about Hanabi, Suki, and Rose, how they basically became Otsuki. But yeah, but he was confident that basically he could break or basically trick them as not break, beat, or basically just pretty much beat them in a fight, or like trick them to become his side or something. As then Jiraiya will basically say, so how do we basically know you're actually on our side? As you basically sigh as Hinata will basically sigh in the walk. Well, not Hinata, but like freaking what's his name, Hammer. But I'm probably gonna be calling Hinata sometimes because she's just in his body. He's just in her body. So yeah, she'll basically walk up to him and basically put will put his hand over Jiraiya's bandage up missing arm, as it will glow a white color, as then basically he will basically his arm will go back almost instantly, as then Hinata will basically go on one knees, acting like that took a lot out of her, but in reality it took pretty much nothing, as to make it seem like she was weaker than she actually was, so that the village didn't really like put her on guard, like put too much guards, like be too suspicious. As then Hinata would basically like the people would ask her if she's okay, as she would say yes, slowly getting up. It's just that it takes a lot out of me. Back as she would basically get back up to her feet. Meanwhile, over to the Hidden Leaf Hospital, as we basically see a little girl with pale white skin, a slit on her forehead, but it was not open, and a slit in both of her hands as well. She had pale white eyes, as she basically would wake up, and this is basically her. Looks like a pretty much a mini freaking Kaguya, but yeah, this is basically her, but like she has her slit clothes like that. So yeah, freaking hell. But yeah, So even a question. Anyways, basically that she would wake up as she would like get off from her bed a little, not get off of it, just like kind of sit up, as she would basically say, "Sister, where are you?" As we have a little flashback a week earlier on the planet of the Otsutsuki, as we see a little girl named Bella or Belle, I don't know, freaking hell, just one of these two, right? Sometime I'm probably gonna be calling her Belle sometime because fuck it. I should basically say, I'm just gonna call her Bella. I don't know. You guys can pick actually. But for now, I'm gonna be calling her Bella. I should basically be playing with Yaiko, as that was basically when Yaiko was still visiting. As this would basically be actually Yaiko's younger sister. I should basically say big sister. And can I ask you something? As Yaiko will basically say yes. What is it, Bella? As she basically Bella would say, so I heard from father that you are on a planet to help mother. Can you basically tell me who are you, how are you helping her? Freaking hell. As Yaiko basically smile at her and basically say, they should tell her about Black Zetsu, and then explain about Naruto. I should basically say my boyfriend, but soon will be married, so his husband or whatever. As then Bella would basically look at her confused. As Echo would ask her what's wrong. As Bella would basically say, I thought that Naruto was a person. As Echo would basically say, yes, he is. As Bella would say, then how come he belongs to you? How come he's yours, basically? With a confused look on her face, as Echo would smile at her, seeing how innocent she was. I should then explain the whole concept about dating and shit as to Bella, making her kind of blush. As she would basically say, "So to throw pillow at Yaiko, saying, why would you tell me something like that? That's gross." As Yaiko would basically laugh, as they would basically have, I don't know, sister fun or something, just like, I don't know, hang out, whatever. As yeah, we skip like to the end of the day, as we basically see the both of them laying down exhausted. As Yaiko will basically say, Bella, you have a lot of energy as always. As Bella will basically say, and I see you as slow as ever. As Yaiko will basically get a tick mark, but then they'll basically start laughing. As Bella will basically say, hey sis. As Yaiko will basically say yes. As Bella would say, can I ask you a question? As Yaiko will basically say, yes, what is it? As Bella would say, what planet are you going to help Mama on? As Yaiko would basically say, Earth. Why? As Bella would say, well, so I can basically come get you out of trouble when you get into a big trouble. Of course, making Yaiko smile, knowing that her sister cared about her as she did the same. As then we skip the next morning, as Bella watches as her sister leaves to basically go to Earth. As she was basically crying and all that stuff, missing her already. As then she would get an idea. We actually and would eventually stop putting it into plan. I should basically tell Ishiki that she was going to sleep in quotation mark, but in truth she would basically fly to Earth as well. But sadly for her, something unexpected happened. As once she was in Earth's atmosphere, she would basically sense Yaiko's chakra. As the time that she basically was sensing her chakra was when Yaiko was in the Hidden Leaf Village, when Toby opened the Kamui to basically be exactly that time basically. As soon as Bella hit the ground, the portal closed as the Naruto and his team went inside the portal. As they heard a giant explosion, but just thought that it was just another one of the explosion. But when she basically landed, she did not exactly land safely. Due to this being her first ever flight, when I like she fly before, but like not to a whole different planet and everything, like crashing and all that shit. So she didn't really land on her legs or anything. When she basically landed, she really messed up to the point that she basically broke her arm and some of her ribs and some of her organs as well, and everything along the line. Long story short, she was really injured to the point of death for a regular human, but she was a otsutsuki, so that's why she wasn't gonna die. So yeah, before she went unconscious from her wounds, she basically sees a man with silver gravity defying hair and with a headband covering his white eyes, with a wood symbol that looked like a leaf on a metal plate stick on the headband. Uh, as basically then she would get knocked out. As we see Kakashi Hatake would basically pick her up and carry her to the hospital while basically performing the very, very, very limited amount of healing chakra, jutsu, whatever, that he could. And the flashback, basically, alright? As she basically look around to see a woman with red hair was sitting next to a man with spiky blonde hair. Oh my god, I'm trying to sound like that. Freaking hell. But yeah, you see a woman with red hair sitting next to a man with spiky blonde hair, as his back was basically turned, so she didn't see that he didn't have whisker mark, as she would jump off the bed, hugging him from behind, as she would basically say Naruto. So as then the man would basically turn around, pushing her back, as he was angry a little bit, as you could see the anger in his eyes, as you'd say, "How do you know my son?" As the girl would basically take a step back in fear. And the reason why Miyata was so mad is because another random girl with horns and everything just showed up, randomly knowing Naruto again. So yeah, she was getting flashes to Yako and stuff like that. So yeah, as basically the girl would take a step back in fear of his tone, as then she basically say, "Wait, you're not Naruto. You don't have it. You don't have whisker marks." As then the man would basically say, "Of course I'm not Naruto, since I'm his father." As then the girl would basically gasp, as she would say in a shaky voice, "You mean you're the human known as Minato Namikaze, the fourth Hokage of the Hidden Leaf Village?" As Minato would basically nod, as the girl would seem really uncomfortable as he confirmed his identity. As then the girl would say, "No, no, no, stay away from me." As with a horrified look in her eyes and on her face, as the red-headed woman would basically hit Minato in the head, telling him to stop, that you're scaring her. As Minato would basically say, "But Kushina-chan, I didn't do anything." As the girl would basically hear the name and look even more terrified, as she would jump out of the building back to the window, running away from the couple, as if she basically she would be running away as if she was about to get killed if she stopped. As basically we skip an hour later, as we see Bella talking to Hinata, thinking that it was Hanabi. As then Hinata would basically say, "Hey, do you want to play a game or something?" As basically Bella would say, "Yes, what is it? What game?" As she would say, "Alright, close your eyes. Now I'm gonna draw something on your head and you have to guess what it is." As Bella trusting her, thinking that it was Hanabi, like I said, would basically say yes, as she would close her eyes, so that Hinata would basically draw on it. As when Bella would open her eyes, she would basically say, "Is it a bird?" As Hinata would basically say, "Good job." As then she would raise a hand up, like she would raise her hand up, doing a single hand sign. As Bella would look confused at first, until a shooting pain would basically go to her head, making her entire body go numb, as she would basically scream in pain and agony, as she would unknowingly flare her chakra, as she had basically allowed it, but she didn't really know how to control it all that well, to be honest with you, because she's only 4. So yeah. As then Oh yeah, and like even though she's like Otsutsuki, most people kind of misunderstand Otsutsuki's in this story. Like I'm doing it because Otsutsuki actually raised the children and everything in this one. So yeah, they don't send them to do anything until they're like at least 10 or something. So yeah. Unless they're like really special, which was in Yako's case. So because like, yeah. Anyways, normal people like Bella and everything would get sent earliest being 10. So yeah. Anyways, basically, she would unknowingly flare her chakra. She has a lot of it. Wait, let me see if I'm actually recording. I'm gonna be pissed if I'm not. Alright. Yeah, she would flare her chakra, but then she would basically go unconscious from so much pain. The brain would start trying to relieve the pain by going unconscious, whatever. So yeah. As basically we go over to the Akatsuki base as and Hinata basically drag her away to the like prison or something, like where Ibiki is. Basically she drags her there to get interrogated for information about Naruto and everything. So yeah, as basically we skip over to the Akatsuki base as we see Itachi had just activated his MS after Toby had basically claimed his sister to be in his harem, as basically he claimed his sister as his to be in his harem, as then he basically silently muttered the word Tsukuyomi, as then Naruto and his team will basically open their eyes to see that the world around them has changed, became dark, with the sky being blood red, as they will basically look to see that Toby was basically also there as well, but unlike them, he was basically tied up to the tree stump and was basically pierced with multiple long sword, as they basically went from from one side to the other and came out the other way. So yeah, as then it actually would walk up to Suki and say, "What are you doing here? And especially why are you with them?" As he would basically show hatred when he was looking at Naruto and Yaruko. As Suki would basically explain how she is with Naruto and all that, and how she basically knows what they did, but still loves them and always will, and basically how they were going to revive Mikoto. As then Naruto will basically scratch the back of his head, as then he'll basically say how Tsuki, I kind of forgot to say something, but when you basically went to your recent changes, you can actually revive Mikoto at any time that you wish, as they would also drop, but then a look of pure rage would appear on Yako's face, as she would basically sense the spike or chakra of, and basically who it was coming from, and you knew who it was coming from, and since that basically that spark of chakra was out of desperation, as if basically that was their last effort to survive. As we basically see Black Zetsu come from the ground, as they were basically now in the real out of the Genjutsu, and basically the rest of Akatsuki had left, giving them the orders to capture the 7th Jinchuriki Fu. As Zetsu basically then say, "Yaruko, your sister has been captured from the Hidden Leaf Village. It is currently being tortured for information by Ibiki Morino, and Hinata Hyuga was the one that captured her." But guys, very much from God. Hope you guys liked it and enjoyed. Get this video 50 like for the next part, and yeah, let me know what you guys think of this part. And sorry if I didn't go over too much about Naruto and his group. So yeah, it was mostly to introduce Bella, to be honest with you, and see what the Hidden Leaf Village was doing and all of that. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought of this one. And for any of you guys who think I'm gonna be like torturing Bella or anything, no, I'm not gonna be doing that. Don't get me on that. But yeah, she has I have other plans for her, alright? But yeah, she's not really gonna be too much of a fighting person, if I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. But yeah, anyways, yeah, let me know what you guys think Yaiko is about to do, because obviously Yaiko is kind of like Itachi in this one, in terms of family related. So like she cares about Bella a lot. So let me know what you guys think she's gonna do. But yeah, anyways, for following you, I'm gonna be out for now. Peace.